Patience is a career booster, and it's also something that is, well, a virtue. This may be something that you've heard earlier on in your life from your parents and from others, but my gosh, it actually really is true. Hello, everyone. I'm Javier with the Gov Geeks, and we get together every Wednesday or so to talk a little bit about soft skill development. This is part of a 9-part series that we've developed, and I believe this is show number 6, which we're excited to share with you. And I say we because my better half and the awesome part of the Gov Geeks, Karen, unfortunately isn't able to join us this week. But I will do the best that I can to marshal on and make this as best as possible. All right, so talking about soft skills, patience certainly is a virtue. When you hear this subject that pops up every now and again, you might think of it as something like, all right, well, are you just like waiting around? Are you waiting your turn? Are other people jumping in front of you for their career growth and advancement? And does patience mean that you're just kind of sitting there waiting for your turn to happen? Not at all. I mean, there's plenty of options for you to grow your career. But using patience as a career strategy is a fantastic thing. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We have at least 4 strategies to share with you guys today. So the first one is being patient to make thoughtful decisions. Now, there's something great about being able to move at a moment's notice, to seize an opportunity, to look through all of the data and find the best thing possible and then just jump on it and get ahead in front of everyone else. Well, that's possible, but what happens when you continue to do that and unfortunately your luck kind of runs out? That's not really a great thing. Being patient allows you to make thoughtful decisions. So really take the moment to consider, is this the best decision? Is this the way that I should be able to move forward? Is this best for the organization? Ask yourself some of these questions, because when you make thoughtful and informed decisions, they allow you to really connect with others and with the goal that you have for your organization in a way that serves you and the organization better rather than you just charging into something. Being impulsive can have some consequences as well. Now, with that said, don't spend all of your time thinking about something and then never actually taking an action. At some point, you definitely need to take an action, but have some patience, breathe, relax, make a thoughtful decision, and then go ahead and make the decision. This is also a great thing, by the way, for deciding how you're going to say certain things. Because we've all said something that we have regretted because we said it just too darn quickly. It just popped in our mind and flew out of our mouth. And then later on, we're sitting there going, can I put that back into my mouth? I want to take that back. But unfortunately, you can't. So having a little bit of patience really goes a long way with making thoughtful decisions. The next thing, though, is being patient allows you to consider the bigger picture. It's not about just that one specific accomplishment or goal. It's rather how that contributes to the bigger picture, the bigger set of goals. So if, for instance, it would be really fantastic for you to make a really strong-willed decision in the moment to push forward on something, and yes, you win the project, you have the accomplishment, life is great, but then that causes other problems down the road, well, maybe that's something that you should have considered a little bit more. Having a better sense of what the impact is, what the bigger picture is really something that's great. Now, don't allow this to make sure it is, overwhelming everything that you can possibly do because you're like, yeah, I'd like to do this, but it's not going to be good for the big picture. Then you end up doing nothing, and that could be just as bad. Make sure you're patient, thoughtful, consider the big picture, and then you can move on and make that decision. Another thing about being patient is that it allows you to just really break out of the motions. Something where you're like, all right, on Tuesdays I do this, on Wednesdays I do that, and it's just boring monotony. Monotony can be good when it's all about, well, all right, consistency, precision, accuracy, all of that stuff. That is great. But when you get to the point where that becomes repetitive and problematic, where the process gets in the way of the end goal or the accomplishment, that could be something. Being patient enough to take a step back from the process, where you feel like I have to do this one. Ask yourself patiently, do I? what are the options that I have? What are the concerns or the considerations that I should be making in the moment, rather than just saying, well, this is how we've always done it, so this is how we're going to do this thing today. Or why would I make this change? This has been working, so why do I need to change all of that? At least if you consider something, you would know whether or not it's worth the change in the first place. And the last thing is really, honestly, be patient to find reasons to be kind. You could be put in a situation where you need to make a fast-paced decision, but it's at the expense of someone else. Either their work that they've done, their feelings of appreciation and value, or even take the time to be patient and say thank you to people. Be considerate. Allow yourself to really enjoy what you have accomplished together, the small milestones, rather than just saying, oh, we need to push forward. Yes, we've done this project, but now we need to do the next project. Now this is happening. And you continue to push, and you can burn yourself out as well as those around you. So be patient and allow yourself to really understand that this is the best thing that you can do, because you are informing yourself that this is a good thing to do. All right. So this has been a weekly check-in on soft skill development. This is the Gov Geeks, myself, Javier Lopez, on behalf of my super partner, Karen Lopez, as well. And again, the soft skill tip for this week has been being patient. It's great for your career. It's great for your well-being. And honestly, yeah, it's also great for your blood pressure. Just taking a moment, breathing, making sure it's the right decision, that can mean just everything when it comes to your health and wellness. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.